Hi, I'm Scott, and this is Scott Rod's Wicked Rides. All right, it is Monday afternoon. My cousin Jeff came over today and helped me out with the wiring harnesses. He got the fuse panel harness put in, which was also the dash harness. He got the taillight harness put in, and we started putting the headlight harness in right before he had to leave. I got the distributor dropped in. I got the engine oil primed. I got the valve covers put on and locked down. We found out that I maybe need to bump up my one fitting for the fuel, so I got to get that still and make a line. And then my throttle linkage is not going to work with my throttle pedal right now, so I got to either make a throttle linkage bar or I got to go try and figure out where to get one. But we were making really good progress on the Impala. So I'm going to keep on going at it, and I'm going to get as much as I can on film. So stay tuned because there's a lot more coming your way. Right now, I'm going to go run and get the parts I can and see what I can get in town and what I got to go order and try and find somewhere else. So stay tuned. We got, hopefully, ain't going to happen today. I got to get trailers tomorrow. Yeah, maybe Wednesday we'll get it fired up. But didn't happen Monday. We're getting really close, really, really close. It's got ignition setups in it. It's got everything changed in it to make it fire. So soon. You know what? Maybe I should tell these guys about this part. Okay. Time out. Pause. So, we're going to come up here real quick. And I'm working on the wiring harnesses for the 60 Impala. So, when you come out of this factory fuse harness, there's a wire right here for ground. There's other wires that are tied up into this loom because they used to go right here, and that was the back of the generator. Obviously, I don't have a generator. So from what I understand, you take the ground wire, you still ground it, and you could tape up the other wire because it doesn't need to be hooked up to the generator. And that would lead up here to this front corner, driver's side front corner, where it has the horn relay and used to be the voltage regulator. So therefore, this power wire, the red one, was in a loop, and it would go to the regulator, and then it would also go to the relay. So I thought to take that out of there, and I was just going to hook it to the relay, and I'm hooking it all up. Well, long story short, the only power wire I'm going to have hooked up would be the one to my one wire alternator that goes straight to the battery, and my battery cable that goes straight to the starter. And I've got, two solenoid terminals on the starter because old school ones were 3 wires. Well, this is only a 2 wire. So there's a purple and there's a green one. Oh, there's a purple one and there's a green one. And so I need to use the purple one, which is the thicker one. The green wire would have been power going to the coil on start, which I've got a HEI, so I don't need that. So I don't need to use the green wire. I'm just going to tape that one up also. So I was thinking to myself, long story short, how am I going to have power to my ignition switch? So I called my little writer brother who does this all the time, and he said, yep, you should have tapped into this instead of making it straight. I need to connect a wire, which I got some thick trailer wiring. Yeah, it's a black one, but I'll tape a bunch of red on it so everybody knows it's hot wire. And I will take it from that buck connector, I will separate that, and I will make that go over to the battery. So that way I have full power at my ignition. So that way when I go to do my ignition, it'll actually send the power to the starter and to the solenoid, and it'll keep charging and it'll actually work. But man, I am getting to those last couple wires on this. I'm hopefully not going to give up until we get this thing started for this episode. So bear with me because here we go. I'm going to do a little more time lapse, but we should be turning the key on this thing real soon. We got like 3 wires. I got a drain that I can take all the old fuel out of. I'm going to go get some new fuel and grab an extinguisher, and we should be able to see if this thing pops off or if I got more issues. So here we go. Almost there. Alrighty, tuning in on Tuesday this week because I was trying as hard as I could to get this thing to fire up. But we had a couple little curveballs, we had a couple things. I mean, I guess to be fair, I wasn't really able to test anything before it was torn apart because of how, when, and why it was torn apart. So, um, we fought and fought and fought and fought and fought, as you see in all the time lapse and all the videos. And I called a couple people to help me out. Thought I had it. Thought I had it again. Thought I had it again. Long story short is the ignition switch isn't sending power to the distributor through the wire that's all connected to the ignition switch. But so I tried all day today, Monday, and I could not get an ignition switch today, so I'm not going to make you guys wait any longer. So I'm going to do a little short video because all we did was worked on the Impala all week long. I did not make it to Jalopy Fest. It did end up raining a little bit, and I guess there wasn't really a big turnout, so I kind of just stayed here and worked on my car. Rat stock, kind of the same thing. I just wanted to get my Impala done. I didn't really want to just keep wasting my time. So the Rat Rod didn't go to Rat Stock. I didn't take the Impala to Jalopy Fest. I didn't go anywhere. I just worked. I worked so much to where I didn't feel good on Friday and Saturday morning, so it kind of took me out for a little while, rested up, and then got back to it. But yeah, so long story short, I have power to the starter. I had the starter solenoid wire on the wrong terminal. I didn't take any of this car apart, so it's all just kind of new to me. If I take it apart, I kind of have like almost photographic memory. If I touch it, I will remember where it goes. I never touched any of this stuff, so it's all just new to me. And I got new harnesses, and I changed the engine, I changed the suspension, I changed the alternator from a generator. I did a lot of stuff to it, so I wasn't really surprised that it didn't want to do anything when I had Cassie try to hit the key. But when my buddy, the guy that's going to help me with the rear end, came over, we traced a lot more wires when Cassie was at work, because now she works at the bar, so she works late at night. So I get to come down here and work late at night again. But so he was over here helping me, and it took two people to be able to turn the key and test it, turn the key and test it. So we did get it to where the starter solenoid wire is on the right terminal now. The inside terminal was the S, the outside terminal was R for the resistor. For the coil, it doesn't have a coil, it's got HEI, so I didn't need the coil, I didn't need that wire, so therefore dealt with that. But there was no power going to my HEI distributor. We took all the power off it, we tested for continuity, had continuity all the way, every part, every pigtail, every section. So it's got to be the ignition switch, because there's like, I don't know, there's like 10 wires. I got the starter to engage, it turns over. So that's where we are at on the Impala. It's very, very close, and I'm not giving up till it's starting. So next week, it, should be the startup video for the Impala. Maybe gets in alignment. Never know. It all depends on what I can get done this week. I don't know how much I got to drive. I ended up driving a lot last week on Tuesday and Wednesday. So yeah, it was a battle. And I lost my trailer that the frame was stored in. So therefore, the frame's in here, and as soon as I get far enough on the Impala to where I'm happy, we're gonna jump back on this. I still don't have the rear end, but hopefully soon. And I can at least put the front end on. I can put all the QA1 suspension on, except for the rear end stuff. So we might start working back on sketchy here this week. Also depends on what I got to wait for, what I don't got to wait for on the Impala, and if I can put some miles on the Impala, or if I got to sit here and keep working on it. So stay tuned. Appreciate everybody that has been sharing, liking, commenting. I want to hear more from you guys. Tell me what you guys think. Do you like the music that's playing in the background? Do you not like the music? What do you guys like, and what don't you like about stuff you're watching? I'll try to make it more interesting here soon when I'm driving stuff. But for now, it's just work and work and work and work and work and work and work. So also coming up, and let's see, we are on the 15th today. So I got so 2 more weeks we'll be back at racing circle track stuff with the Shelby Cobra guy. So that'll be coming up here soon. But for now, like I said, I'm going to try and keep it short. I'm going to try and keep it quick. You guys have a good day. You guys have a good night. I'm going to get back on the Impala. Thanks for watching. So if you like what you see, hit that like, subscribe, and notification button, because we have new videos coming out every Monday.